Hello everyone, and welcome back. My first thing I'm doing on my list of stuff that I need to get done while I'm down here in Louisiana is I'm going to put in a different gate right here. The whole yard is gated in, but this is the only gate wide enough to get a riding lawnmower into the backyard. And now that we've got the fifth wheel hooked up and I've got this 4-inch sewer pipe going through here, there's no way to get it to the backyard, so we have to push mow everything. But it has rained so much down here in the last 2 weeks, and now we've just had the remnants of Hurricane Harvey come through here. Everything is so wet, the grass is so long. It'd take me a lot less time to put in a new gate. We can get the rider in here to kick this down the first time, and then she can come in here with the rider every time and mow stuff. It'd be a lot easier. And Melissa has 3 pit bulls, and they always stay in the yard where it's fenced, so it's not like I can just not have a gate. Now that I've got that dug down about 16 inches and I've got the post driven in about 2.5 feet, I'm going to mix up a batch of the quick set concrete and pour that around there and let that set. And then I'm meeting Melissa for a late lunch here, and then when I get back that should be set up enough so at least I can get the new gate in and get the old fencing cut out of there and get it almost done. Well, I got the concrete poured in there now, and the nice stuff about this is it sets up within 20 to 40 minutes. So it should be ready when I get back from lunch. I think for now I'm going to start putting together the actual gate. Well, the actual gate is all put together, the chain link is on it, but I need to jump in the shower because Melissa and I have that lunch date. So I'll have to put the hinges on and finish this up after I get back. Well, I just got back from lunch with Melissa. Chickens are going crazy over there. I have no idea why. I think I'll continue on this gate. I got part of the yard mowed down. It's still pretty wet. I got stuck in a couple places, but at least I can get the mower back here, and hopefully if it dries out the next couple days, I'll be able to finish this up. Well, I bought a new converter charge wizard for the trailer here because we've been running the whole thing off of the battery charger. And then of course it's plugged into shore power, but anyway, that showed up today. I'm going to install that tomorrow. Well, it's the next day after Melissa took off for work. I went up and actually got a different marine battery. That one that we've been running that thing constantly in the fifth wheel for months and months now, probably about 9 months. So I got a new marine battery. That one runs real hot, the one that was in there, and since we're getting the new converter, I figured might as well just do everything new right from the start. Well, I got the old battery unhooked now. Right here I've got the new converter charger. Getting this one out is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but not too bad. I did shut off the breaker for this. I unhooked the positive and the negative wire. It's that far corner over there I got to get up, and there's 2 screws I have to loosen. So I got to do that now, but I can't film that. Well, I got the old one down. That really wasn't all that bad. You can see those 2 screws right there that are on the back side, but at least there's a slot right here, so you don't have to pull it all the way out. You can just loosen it and then slide the unit out. Well, we got the old one right there. I got the ground hooked up on this one. Now I'm going to slip it back up there. This is going pretty easy. I see it has this kind of plug-in, which is why the old one, they switched it out and put this on there. I mean, it's still 105 to 130, so I need to put this end onto that cord, so it'll make it into that plug-in. Alright, we're back on track. I have the new battery all hooked up. I guess I will have no idea if it works, because I think it drops the battery down to 80% or something. And that battery, I had it fully charged, so I don't know. Hopefully it'll work. Alright, well, I turned on all the lights in here, and now I have to jump in the shower because Melissa and I have another lunch date. Be back in a little while. Well, this afternoon now, I just been mowing the grass. It needed it pretty bad, so now I'm going to take the push mower and get around the 5th wheel. Melissa should be coming home from work anytime now, so trying to get all this done. Okay guys, well, I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, but today is about done. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, today I screwed around a little bit here on the high-low. I've got a water leak. A little one coming in around the air conditioning unit, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that, but it got so darn hot in there right now that I'm done for a while. I put some green treated down here. That siding that's against the concrete there was getting pretty rotted, so I just pulled it out for now, put in some green treated plywood. And then I came in the house here. It is so nice in here. It's got to be in the upper 80s outside right now, and it's nice and 72 in here. I never had a chance when I was here this winter to see how my plumbing in the bathroom did, so I hooked up this toilet this morning and everything seems to work pretty good. I've just been hanging out with Melissa this afternoon. Now I'm cooking up some ribeyes, baked potato, and some mixed vegetables. Seven o'clock at night, still almost 90 degrees. Okay everyone, well, Melissa and I are probably going to go to bed pretty quick here. Actually been inside watching some of Mad Men. She's been watching that series. Not a bad show. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning everybody. I've been out here forever dumping water on the top of this thing. I cannot make it leak. I've dumped it inside the air conditioning unit, around the whole thing. It is not leaking anywhere around the seal, and I did pull the screws out that tighten it down. Maybe there was a little gap before. I don't know. I've been going around that vent over there, everything. I just can't make it leak. I think maybe I need to run a garden hose up there and I don't know, just keep dumping it and dumping it. Eventually it's got a leak. Well, I just ran up and got chicken feed, did all the chores here. Melissa's in the shower. We're going to take off here in a little bit and run over to Mississippi. It's about an hour and 45-minute drive by Bay St. Louis and take a look at some property. Looks like her new bees she got this spring, because all the other ones died. Everything disappeared completely after the flood last year. Looks like these guys are doing pretty good. You being a lazy dog, Nell?
What are you doing?
Shrimp people. Well, everyone, we had a nice day today. Had a nice lunch. I went and looked at that property. Just something to do today. So Melissa, she gets, depending on what vehicle she's driving in, she gets a little car sick. And we took the little rental car because it gets, I don't know, like 33 or 34 miles to the gallon. So she wasn't really feeling all that well when we got back. But it was still a fun day. It was fun to go check some things out. I did take apart tonight this charge wizard that I replaced in the fifth wheel, and you can see right down in here, look at how it's just, I don't know what fried, I don't know anything about what's going on in here, but definitely burnt out. Good morning, everybody. It's just after 5:30. I don't think I've ever heard it this quiet on a Monday. It's Labor Day. Well, today I mowed the grass real good. I went over it with the rider, then come around with the push mower and got all the edges and got it looking halfway decent. I did run over Melissa's new green or whatever color that is garden hose. Completely chopped it, so I need to get a new one tomorrow. Melissa and I went for a late lunch today to Logan's over in Gonzales. We had steak and lobster. Wasn't all that good. I mean, it was all right, but it wasn't the best. And then I ran a hose over the top of the high-low forever. Cannot get it to leak inside. So, one of two things, and I might have mentioned this before. I think it's this thing right here. This should be going down pretty tight down here, and it's so old. See how it's flat? So I think when it was raining when we went camping, I think that the water was blowing out. It blew up and under here, and that's what made a leak. I'm not sure. This is in bad shape anyway, so I am going to replace it. Or the air conditioning unit was tightened down irregularly, so the little there's like a 3/4 inch or 5/8 strip of almost like a foam rubber underneath it that seals it. And maybe when I took all those out, it evened it out, but I really do not think that it was leaking from the air conditioning unit. I think the water just gets in and it runs where it can run, and it just, it could leak in the front but actually drip in the back. So anyway, I would say this is probably the culprit, so I'll get a new one. So either tonight or tomorrow morning, I'm going to go ahead and put the air conditioning unit back in there. I mean, it doesn't take very long. I just have to put that plate right there back up. And then there's these little hook things that you tighten down that kind of seal the upper unit down to the actual trailer. So I'm going to get that done, because with the possibility of this Hurricane Irma, whatever it's called, I think that's the name. Anyway, it looks like it's going to come over by Florida, but if it took a different route, it could come in here, and I don't know, the high-low would be something she could hook up to her truck, and she could be able to get out of here and have somewhere to stay. and I don't know anything about hurricanes, but she said up to a category 3, you can pretty much sit that out. But if you get into a 4, she said you gotta leave, and a 5, she said levels everything. And you just don't know what it's gonna do. So we're just gonna be a better safe than sorry. So I'll put it all back together, so she has a getaway vehicle if needed. So I'm gonna have a couple of beers, and I'm gonna clean up under the carport, which is something I do every time before I head back home. And tomorrow afternoon, my flight heads for Minnesota. I almost forgot, right after last year's flood here, we bought a freezer because we didn't have a refrigerator that worked or anything, nothing to put in meat and everything like that. We finally decided to just bring it in the house today just to get it out of the elements. Have a couple loads of laundry going right now. It'll be what, almost exactly 4 months till I get down here again. Usually it's right at the beginning of January. Start working on the house again. Well, I'm having my last Corona under the carport for a while. Like I said, tomorrow I'll just be finishing cleaning things up, packing up, heading home. See you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's a little after 5:30. I just made Melissa her coffee. Just waiting for it to get light out. Well, it's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I just got the air conditioner unit all put back in. Everything fairly cleaned up under the carport now. I just brought the camera in from outside. It is so humid you can just see it fogging up right now. Well, I've got my bag packed up, my little carry-on. All my stuff is picked up. I need to hop into the shower, and then I'm going to meet Melissa for lunch, and then from lunch I'll drive into New Orleans and I will catch my flight. Well, I just stopped into Melissa's work. She's got a couple people that work underneath her, and the one girl called in sick today, so Melissa can't leave the office. So I am going to go up. We're just going to get a burger and fries, and I'm going to bring it back, and we're going to have lunch where she works. All right, well, lunch is done. Probably won't see Melissa for real for I don't know, maybe a month. It might be 4 months till I come down this winter. It all depends on what happens with work and hunting season and all that.
In the seat pocket in front of you. Also, if you're seated at an X row, look over the X row seating information on the back. Your seat backs and seat trays are in their locked upright position. All carry-out baggage is Delta.com for all your future travel needs, including checking in for a flight and managing your...
Okay, everyone, well, I made it home. When I left Louisiana, it was 88 or 89 degrees, and it was so humid just sitting there you could actually sweat. That's if you're not doing anything, and I like that as long as I don't have to work in it. I just got home here now. It is 49 degrees, going down to 44. I had to put on a sweatshirt, and there is no humidity. So what a big difference. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next video.
I cannot guarantee success, but I will try to persuade my superiors to make the decision quickly.